Hello Internet, hello Asman Foyne and hi fellow medalers. I just wanted to do a quick short video on this box car that I did because I've had like nearly 2,500 hits on it on my Facebook page. But a lot of the comments that I've seen from it are quite interesting. One comment I want to pick out is from a guy from Germany who said about every model doesn't have to be a piece of art. I beg to differ because it's not about being a piece of art, it's about being as natural as you can get it to look, and it's quite impossible because there's so many variations to it, and you can't get a perfect wagon even to the standards that I try to achieve. So I just wanted to sort of reiterate that, and it comes down to personal preference really. And my personal preference is that I just want it to look as natural as possible. And this is the first car that I really sort of had a go at in the sense of trying to make it look as natural as possible. I've done loads and loads of wagons in the past, as you've seen from some of my other videos, but they've all been the same-ish really, and there's not been any individuality. And I think each wagon, it's like a human being. It's got its own DNA, and that's another reason why I did a lot of this work. As you can see, some of the rust mark, and I'm gonna bend the roof over so you can actually see the roof. So you can see there's quite a lot of work gone into that, but the original colour is still there from the base. I haven't sort of like tried to go mad with it, but as you can see, like anything, it just takes a little bit of effort, and I kind of feel that I achieved what I wanted on this wagon. I've managed to get the springs to look good and the wheels to look good, and overall I'm pretty happy with this. And whilst it's not a perfect piece of engineering in respect to weathering, I think that the details on it stand out enough to make it look unique. And amongst a couple of other models, like for example, I'll just move it back a bit. Here's a brand new, very similar box car, but in a dark colour. So for me to achieve that on that is going to have to command a lot more different effort. There's going to be a lot more lighter browns in there to make it look like the wash is going to be lighter browns and whites and or greys and stuff like that to achieve that same sort of look that I've got on this one. So therefore, each particular wagon requires an individual approach, and that's the same with my as you can see, the one, let me just move this back a bit here so you can see. Same with the tanker that I did recently. Again, that's you know, pretty much a very individual wagon with its own unique things. Same as the loco, as you can see, the steam loco, the rust on the top and down the tank. There's probably a little bit of white missing really, where the water should be dripping down. Again, on there you can see a little bit of drip on there. So it's hard to make it how everybody's eye would see something. And I think the secret to modelling is, as long as you're happy with what you see and what you get, then I think that's all that really matters. And you don't have to be a master painter or, you know, sprayer or whatever to achieve that natural look. And not everybody wants to actually go out there and really make their models look old. They like them in the nice shiny boxes. They've come out and they look perfect, and that's cool as well. It's down to everyone's individuality. But if you look at this model, you can see mistakes on it. It's not a masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination. If I close in on the buffers, you'll see that I have to put some more work in on them buffers, because what I've done is I've made the buffer all silver there, and that isn't how it is. The silver bit is at the back, and the rest, the other part, it shouldn't be silver at all. It should be like probably more rusty with a darker metal on there. So again, you know, I haven't made it a perfectly fantastic model. There's bits that I even recognise that that need to be done. And also you can see the couplings are absolutely untouched because they're Profi couplings, and the way the Profi coupling works, if it gets any dirt on it, it won't work. It'll just stiffen up. So that's another reason. There's a lot of different things in this wagon that you can see, like the wheels. I think the wheels look fantastic. They look, but I've had to leave the silver parts at the back of them, as you can see, so that it doesn't dirty my track, so it doesn't have an effect on my track, and it still picks up any identification that there's a wagon gone over that point if I've made it so that I can put sensors on the track. But in general, I think anyone would be pleased with the outcome of what I've got here. And you can see with this close-up that I've got a lot of how the rust has been affected there. Look at that, how I've done that. So you can see it's splotchy, and that's how it should be. So there's kind of like, and there's like a big red blob there. Can you see that just underneath the just underneath there? There's a bit of a red blob there. So it's trying to make it look as natural as it does, but without it looking silly. And I think I've achieved that on this wagon, and how many of my other wagons that I've done it on. So that's it really. I just wanted to put this video on because it was on Facebook, and I haven't actually put this wagon on my YouTube channel. I wanted to do, and just, you know, so that people could see, you know, those that actually watch my YouTube channel could see some of the things that I've actually done. And this is one of my new wagons. I've got 3 through today. I've got a couple of more new locos that come the other day as well. So I'm going to start trying to pick out individual wagons and try and make them look different, and try and give them a bit more life and a bit more lifelike, so they look like they're actually being used on a daily basis. And that's the general concept of what I'm doing here. There's nothing fantastic about what I'm doing. And let's just get one thing straight here, right? You don't have to be a master painter or an artist to do what I'm doing. This is really simple. That's been done with AKA pencils. The whole wagon has been done with AKA pencils. That's been done with a combination of acrylics and AKA pencils. That there's been done with an airbrush. So, you know, you can see the different sort of results that you get. There's also a bit of hand painting gone into that, obviously on the wheels and what have you. But, you know, it's like everything. You know, you only get out of it what you put into it. So if you want your wagons to look like this, that's fine. You know, no one's going to criticise you for that, because that's what this is all about. It's about your own preferential feelings towards whatever. Now, I've got 3 of these. They're all going to be done differently when I get round to doing them, because I've got all the wagons I want to do first. I've got 10 or 12 of these that are going to be individually done as well. And it's really time consuming doing what I'm doing. It's not something you knock up in half an hour. It takes 45 minutes to put one on. It's 45 to 1 hour to try and make one finished, and then you've got to touch up the following day any little mistakes, like I showed on that buffer there, which I've not gone on yet. But I'm hoping that this will inspire you guys to go out there, and if you are weathering your vehicles and your wagons or your engines, don't be scared of what you're doing, because at the end of the day, it's only what you want and the result that you get out of it. So just don't be scared. You've got to start somewhere. If you've got any old wagons that are damaged, or this is how I started. I had a couple of wagons that are really damaged. The bogies were broken on the bottom, so I started practicing on the side of the wagon to try and find the different effects with the different types of paints. Everyone's got their own preference to what paint they want to use and to what method they want to use. There's plenty of videos out there for us all to go out and have a look and see who does what, where and why. And there's so many good techniques out there. You might come across a technique that someone else hasn't used that looks amazing, so don't be scared. So that's enough of me ranting. Just wanted to share that. And I hope you like this short video. I'll speak to you soon, and there'll be some more wagons to see in the future. Have a great day, everybody, and a great weekend when it comes up. Tjus, alles goed.